Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Vocast. I'm your host, Drew. Today we're going to be reacting to and breaking down Home Free's cover of Listen to the Music. This is a bear of a song to cover, but I'm confident that they can do it. This crew has been doing amazing a cappella music for years, and I'm excited to get into it. I've seen the preview, but I've not heard the whole thing, so you'll be getting my honest reactions today. Without further ado, I'm gonna shunt you over to the disclaimer, and we'll jump right into it. Full disclaimer, I am not a musical genius. I am simply sharing my musical insight and musical knowledge with you with these breakdowns and analyses and reactions. I'm simply sharing with you what I know, and I am trying my best to explain it to you in a more simpler way, so that way we can all get a better appreciation for the music that we hear like this every single day. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right, make sure I'm recording on the computer on. Okay, we're good here. Punch the record button. We're live, folks. Let's jump in.
Gotta let the music play. Gotta let the music.
Okay. We're not even 20 seconds into the song and we've got some stuff to talk about. So, all right, so at the beginning, the first thing I'm noticing is these really cool high parts that Austin is doing here. So I'll show you. I'll show you the next part here.
Gotta let the music play. Gotta let the music.
So the notes he's doing here, I'm almost positive that he's using either a head-chest voice mix or he's using full head voice, because he's a very strong tenor voice. He's got a very strong tenor voice, but I'm not that confident that he can sing up there with his full chest without a mix. So let me see if I can find the notes he's singing. E6, I believe.
Gotta let the music.
E6 at the top here. I'm not sure if that's the highest. The first one is a slide from a... So that's a C sharp D flat 5 to a E6. One more time, I think I can figure this out. G sharp or G flat F sharp 6. So G flat F sharp 6 to an E6, I think. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. That took a lot of time, guys, sorry. Wow, so this part here at the beginning sounds, it's pulled back, it's light, it's ethereal, however you wish to pronounce it. It's very flowy. It's, for lack of better terms, flowy. It's moving very smoothly, very... see, it's pretty. It's pretty, and it's that's the best way I can describe it. It's very you like the sound of it. Tim does a cool bass thing here. I'll show you. think what Tim did here is that he did two different takes, because I'm hearing a C sharp, D flat 2, and I think I'm also hearing a B1. C sharp, D flat 1 or 2. I'm playing an octave up because my piano doesn't go into the first octave. I think I want to hear this one more time, and we'll move on.
Gotta let the music play.
I'm almost positive that's what's going on here. So correct me if I'm wrong, music scholars and those that know more than me, but I believe that's what's going on here in this little spot. So, it's pretty. So the two background parts that Rob and Chance are doing here are really pretty too. And they are, aside from Tim doing his smooth legato bass, these two are the backbone of this part. If these two weren't here, then Austin probably still could do his thing, but it wouldn't have the balance. So now that we've listened to Tim and Austin's parts, then we're gonna try to really hone in on these two here, because they've got some interesting little musical harmony related things going on.
Gotta let the music play.
So I think one of them's holding B3 throughout, and one of them is going up or down or both.
Gotta let the music play.
I hear an A flat G sharp here somewhere.
Gotta
I think I hear an E3 here at some point too. I can't evaluate every single chord in this song, or I'll be here all day. Home Free is insane with their arrangements, just like voice play. So now that we've kind of looked at the front little part here and how it's built, you've got Tim laying a nice legato bass line, not crazy low, keeping it pulled back a little bit, not so in your face that it blows everything else out of the water. And you've got Austin doing a nice little high part, you know. I like it. It's different, but it's not so radically different that it doesn't pay homage to the old song. So, without, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say or do there, but let's move on. Excuse me.
let the music, let the music, let the music play. Oh yeah.
You can't help but to head bob with this because the original song has that kind of feel to it too, because it was an 80s hip hop song, but they're paying homage to the original song by keeping it the same flavor and the same feel. They're making their cover their own, but it's still very close to the original. I love it.
Don't you feel it growing day by day? The people are getting ready for the news. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, we gotta let the music play.
Look at Adam Chance. Look at Adam Rupp here. This man is a beatboxing legend, okay? So for those of you that don't know Home Free, Adam Rupp is their beatboxer. And this man is one of the most he's one of the most talented beatboxers of all time, in my personal opinion. I know for a fact that he's among the best in a cappella groups. I mean, I'm gonna go back a few seconds, but I want you to see just how realistic these drum sounds, because if you didn't know this was an a cappella group, or you didn't know there was a beatboxer in here, you wouldn't be able to tell a freaking difference, man. I'm telling you. Not only does he sound realistic, he's very precise with his beats, with his cymbals, with his crashes, with his snare drum. So He does a really cool little beat pulling in or descending into the verse from the beginning of the song. I'll show you right here.
Gotta let the music play.
I'm not totally sure if this is 100% a cappella because I hear a tambourine in the background somewhere. I mean, it could be a vocal tambourine created by Adam. I wouldn't put it past him because this dude is nuts with how talented he is. So, like I said, I wouldn't put it past him, but it sounds like a tambourine. If anyone knows about this, let me know in the comments. Tim's laying a super solid bass line here. So it's like I was saying with Jeff in his... I'm sorry. I'm struggling today. I've had too much food on Thanksgiving. Anyway, it's like I said in my previous video with Jeff. He's laying a very solid bass line. He's not slamming really low notes the entire time stealing the show. He's just laying a super solid bass line so that way the rest of the singers can sing around it. And it's very precise, very pinpoint. It's not legato. It's not dragging you. He's not dragging the notes into one another. It creates a very nice bass for the other three to sing. So kudos to him for laying a solid bass line. And I'm going to show you some of these do-do-dos that Rob, Austin, and Chance are all doing. They're all doing them at certain parts, but Austin's obviously doing the lead here. And without the do's either on the offbeats, this wouldn't be anywhere near as cool, and it wouldn't be anywhere near as punctual, I guess. It wouldn't be as precise and with purpose. So I'll show you. I'm not 100% sure if I don't think that's the exact right rhythm or the exact right pitches, but you get what I'm trying to say here. So with these guys hitting on the offbeats it sounds like they're hitting them on the offbeats from the notes that Tim is singing. It's really creating a filled sound. So you're getting bass whenever you're not getting the do's. So it kind of fills in the entire spectrum. So it's covering all your bases musically. So there's nothing really missing. And it's kind of alternated too with the offbeats. So you're not getting too much of either one either. So
The people are getting ready for the news. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh.
You see how well these musical pieces come together, because you've got the bass line, you've got the do's, and then these two mesh together and they create a phenomenal, I'm telling you, a phenomenal bass for a phenomenal bass line for Austin to take the lead on. And you can, I mean, at this point, if you've got this much talent in an a cappella group, in 3 to 4 people laying all the music out for you, it's almost impossible to fail on a lead part like this. You've got 4 incredible musicians doing their own different parts, but it's all lining up together, meshing together so well.
Oh, we gotta let the music play.
I mean, how does this man make these kind of noises? I mean, I compare Adam Chance to Lane of Voice Play, because they are just insane. The amount of talent they have is insane, because you can make so many crazy noises with the human voice, and you can. This guy's awesome. He definitely belongs with Home Free. I gotta stop pausing because at this rate I'll never get through. I can't do that. That's cool.
Need is a way to make them smile. It ain't so hard to do if you know.
Excuse me. So he's bouncing. He's doing a bunch of E, D, E. So, I mean, he's going back and forth, but he's keeping it nice and solid. Tim is here in this bass part.
know how. Gotta
Got a B2 in there as well.
get a message, get it on through. Oh, now mama's gone to after a while. Oh, listen to the music.
Let's go.
Oh,
Come on.
listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time.
So what's really cool about this is that they're not, Rob and Adam are still doing the do's, so they did different takes, or they did separate takes. So they still have the do's going on in the background to keep the mesh going and the music going, but they also have Rob and Adam joining in on the chorus here. So not only is it still meshing and all staying together because the do's are there, but it's also going, I mean, you've got a nice 3-part harmony for the whoa, for that whoa part in the song. Nice job, guys. Super tight. Keep it coming. I think I heard an A1 from Tim here. That note, but 1 octave down, I think. I'm gonna have to listen really close. I am almost positive I'm hearing an A1 here. Okay, so something, Tim did something really cool here. I'm gonna play it back for you. So let's see how they transition from this first chorus into the next verse.
All the time. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so I think Tim did a growl here and then just growled down. So, and then they EQ'd the air out of it. I think that's what happened here, because whenever you EQ the air out of a growl, then instead of being very growly, like very airy sound, all that air that you just heard out of that growl, excuse me, holy cow. So I had a voice crack and I had a burp there. Excuse me, guys, I am sorry. So when you hear a growl like that, there's a lot of air. That's another really cool extended technique. But whenever you go in post editing and you take the growl, it sounds very airy. I will do it for you again. You hear a lot of air, and that's because growl requires a lot of air. But I will say two different things that help out with this is that, one, you get a pop filter for the microphone, and what that does, it helps prevent air going into the mic. Now, that aside, now that method number 2 of you're getting the air out of a growl is that whenever you're in editing, you use an equalizer to remove the air out of the sound. So you get basically, once that air is out of it, it sounds a lot like maybe what a sub would sound like, so like a subwoofer. So whenever you hear a growl in a song that's been EQ'd properly, it's gonna sound a lot like this. So, and I think that's what Tim is doing this for this fade out here. It sounds very, it sounds kind of like it sounds a lot like the kind of bass line you would hear in modern hip hop. It fades down, but it's not like in your face. It's not like Jeff Castellucci in the sense that you can tell that it's a voice. This is actually kind of blurred the lines a little. It sounds a little like electronic bass, but since this is a cappella, I am 100% sure that Tim is doing something really cool with an extended technique. I almost guarantee you that it's a growl though, because typically if you EQ the air out of it, like I was saying earlier, then a growl will sound like exactly like that. So I'm going to try to find out where he started to slide. I want to find out the note that he started on the slide and he ended the slide on, if I can. I think he started on the E1 maybe. Goes all the way to a B0, I think. Hang on, let me verify this.
All the time.
I gotta listen really close. Ooh, I don't know, folks. That he goes really low, really low here. That's crazy. One more time and we'll move on. I'll try to imitate it too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know you know better. Everything I say. Meet me in the country for a day. We'll be happy and we'll dance. Whoa, we're gonna dance the blues away. And if I'm feeling
Woo! Cool stuff.
good to you and you're feeling good to me, there ain't nothing we can do or say.
So people aren't, I'm not sure if anyone's noticing, but with this bass line that Tim's doing, I was saying it before that he's very precise, but he's jumping around. I'm not saying he's jumping like a lot of tones, like several tones apart, but the notes that he's hitting are, they come pretty quick. So I'll show you, I'll try to draw your attention to it here.
And if I'm feeling good to you and you're feeling good to me, there ain't nothing.
I heard like a triplet or something here, like a 16th or a triplet something here. I'll show you.
And if I'm feeling good to you and you're feeling good to me, there ain't nothing.
Bim. If anyone heard that, hitting notes in like, I guess the second register and bouncing back and forth in that area. It takes some talent. I wouldn't say that it's the hardest musical technique, but I guarantee you that it's not easy. And we all know how talented of a bass singer that Tim is. So this is good stuff, guys.
Nothing we can do is say, feeling good, feeling fine.
I'm vibing, guys. This is good stuff.
Let the music play.
Adam Rupp did a cool little beatboxing effect in here. I want to show you. It's kind of subtle, but I'm going to try to show you. It's almost like a kind of sound, but it's in the background so you don't hear it as much.
Feeling good, feeling fine. Whoa, baby, let the music play.
So it's panned in each ear too, so that's a really cool little effect there for those that are listening on headphones. I'll play it one more time and we'll move on and we'll go from there. But it's kind of subtle, and I like how they did that because it's not huge, it's not like overpowering anything else, but it's there for us to notice. So cool little tidbit there.
Baby, let the music play.
I think Tim had another A1 here.
Like a lazy flowing river.
Here we go with the ethereal part. It feels very. Austin's a little bit muffled here, but this is intentional to give it that ethereal effect and that dreamy feel. You almost feel like you have your eyes closed and you're dreaming. You know, it's very. I don't know. It's just very satisfying. I guess there's just no other way to describe it. We're gonna keep on.
Surrounding castles in the sky, and the crowd is growing.
I think Tim did the same thing with the two separate recordings in this spot again. I want to make sure.
In the sky, and the crowd is growing big.
I think. But if he did, it's more subtle. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Listening for the happy sounds, I got to let them
Okay, so there's the bass thing again. That's cool. I think he starts in the same place too, maybe.
Sounds, I got to let them flow.
Ooh, that's some cool stuff, guys. That's some cool stuff.
Listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Let the music. Oh, listen to the music.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, there is zero bass in this little spot here. I harp on this every single video. Musical contrast. Voice plays masters of it, and I'm starting to see that over the years listening to Home Free, they're pretty good with musical contrast too. I mean, no part is exactly the same. I will say this every daggone video. Musical contrast is key. You don't want people to get disinterested and stop listening. And they're preventing that by just changing things up a little bit, but not so much that makes them want to quit listening either. It's a very fine balance, and arrangers have their work cut out for them in this regard because it's very difficult to find that balance. But once you find that balance, like Home Free, Voice Play, and a bunch of groups out here that arrange, once you find that groove, you've got it.
All the time.
I mean, you see Tim singing here, so I'm pretty sure he's singing a much higher part here. The bass is non-existent in this part, so really cool stuff. Tim leads the bass back in this part. He leads it back in with he goes something kind of like this. He goes. So he goes up in tone and then he brings it back down. So he sings this part kind of like a wave in an ocean, but it's a really nice subtle way to bring it back without it just being, oh, here's the bass again after not having it for about 10 seconds. It's better than just being like that. It's a pretty cool little way to bring it back in after not having it.
Listen to the music all the time.
I'm hearing a cool little effect here, and I'm pretty sure it's vocal too, but I think it's in my right ear, but I'm not 100% sure. I gotta hear it. I gotta listen close.
Listen to the music.
I'm hearing like an E3 kind of, it's almost like a vocalized, it sounds like someone's like trying to do like a DJ effect, but you can tell that it's a voice. I'll show you again, then we'll move on.
Listen to the music.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Listen to the music all the time.
Hold on.
Music all the time.
So Tim is doing that line there. That's what it sounds like. Listen for this wave-like sound here. I'm telling you, Adam Rupp is insane. Listen to these DJ effects. If you had your eyes closed and you've never heard of a beatboxer, you would think this was a scratch from a DJ, like a legitimate DJ and his DJ system. This is insane. I'm hearing a little more DJ scratches there. coming from a man's voice, not an actual DJ system. This is insane. It's very subtle too. It's a nice little trinket to listen for there. Ah, that's cool. So they didn't go like go out with a bang per se with this song, but I love the way they ended. So it kind of just poof, it disappears in a cloud of dust, and it's a cool way to end this song. So he ends it, but he ends it on a muffled tone again, like he did in the beginning and in the middle there near the bridge, or like where the bridge would be. So one last thing, and then we'll kind of bring the stuff to a close. So listen to the music all the time. Gotta let the music play. Whenever he says play, the play is panned in both ears as it's echoing. So it goes play, 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 play. So if you're not listening to this with headphones, you might miss that. Super cool little detail as they're ending the song here. Awesome stuff, man. We're already over 30 minutes, so I don't really have time to stop and listen further and show you anything else, but good stuff, man. This is a bear of a song to try and cover, because it's one of those classics from the 80s that you don't want to mess up whenever you're arranging for something like this. And if you ask me, they nailed it. So with that said, I'll be bringing this reaction to a close. If you enjoyed the reaction and you're gaining musical knowledge, gaining enjoyment from my content, please do consider giving my video a like, throwing a subscribe my way, and also leaving a comment on the video. Helps the algorithm so much. And as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Later.